Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. We have here a clear example of a freedom fighter terrorist. It depends how you look at them. So here you have a probably war criminal considered by the Ukrainians and a hero considered by the Russians. I'm talking about a Russian general who was in charge of taking over Azovstal in Mariupol. If you remember last year in May. In May, the guys from Azovstal, Azov Battalion surrendered and all that. This guy right here was in charge of all that. And this guy, obviously, it's probably, I'm saying, for the Russians, is a hero for winning that battle and succeeding, and obviously he is probably a war criminal for the Ukrainians. So the Ukrainians will try him in absentia. That means they didn't grab him, so not even by the balls, so they will try him in absentia. So let's see what charges will they bring. That he beat them or something? Ukrainska Pravda, April 12, 2023. Russian general responsible for siege of Azovstal will be tried in absentia in Ukraine. So this is the guy. I'm having some gut feelings that if by, I don't know, let's say the West, the peacekeepers, succeed in kneeling Russia, I don't think this guy will end up well, if you know what I mean. But I think that he and probably his army under his command will not surrender, if you know what I mean, unless he gets decapitated before he gets a chance to do anything else. An indictment based on the information of the special investigation has been sent to the court within the case of Andrei Mordvichev. Andrei. So this is Andrei, right here. Andrei Mordvichev, Lieutenant General of the Russian Army, who gave the order to storm the Azovstal plant in Mariupol. What was he supposed to do? You tell me. Defect? Go to the Americans or something? Anyway, as a commander of the 8th Guards Combined Arms Army of the Southern Military District of the Russian Armed Forces from 24th February to May 2022, Mordvichev led subordinate units during the invasion of Donetsk Oblast. The officer is accused of committing deliberate actions by prior conspiracy of a group of persons to change the borders of a territory or state border of Ukraine in violation of the order established by the constitutions of Ukraine, which led to the death of people or other grave consequences, as well as of the conduct of an aggressive war. Okay, so these are the charges. I think they're legitimate from the Ukrainian point of view. They obviously consider this guy, invaded, tried to change the borders, and in the meantime killed people, or his orders killed people. Well, let's see. The pre-trial investigation established that while inspecting command posts of the army of occupiers in Mariupol, Mangush, Nikolske, Stary Krim, the villages of blah 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 of the Mariupol district, the Lieutenant General was in charge of military planning, coordination and management of Russian military formations. Now, why do you think this guy is the guy who is they're after? Do you think he's the only one? Why did they start only with this guy when probably they have about 50 other generals that conducted the operations within Ukraine? I know their time will come, okay, but do you think that because this is probably considered a hero by the evil Russians? Anyway, well, we have it here. My bad, okay, right here. See? I knew we would get to that one. Mordvichev also ordered shelling of civilians in Donetsk Oblast and occupation of the region. The accused participated in a meeting with the heads of the so-called Donetsk People's Republic and the Chechen Republic of the Russian Federation and developed a plan for the complete capture of the besieged Mariupol and the storming of the Azovstal metallurgical plant, where Ukrainian armed forces, servicemen and civilians were blocked in partially destroyed bomb shelters. Now, I have a little memory here, and I remember that they blocked themselves, and the shelters, I heard there were some very well prepared catacombs that they were all talking about at that time. The Ukrainians were very proud of them, built by the Soviets actually. So they were now they're just bomb shelters destroyed, poor guys. Yeah, they were poor guys, and someone told them to stay there and defend what? Because we can go and try someone else as well, or some other people as well from the other side, who have those guys stay over there and fight for what? For what? And the same thing that happens right now in Bakhmut partially. They don't longer tell them retreat. What are they defending? Tell me again, in Bakhmut, what the hell are they defending over there? They're just dying like rats on both sides. And see, I haven't heard about these guys in some time. The Chechen Republic warriors, you know, Kadyrov and company. I didn't hear anything about them. Now it seems like Wagner and Prigozhin took over. We're going to talk about that. In addition, he coordinated the actions of subordinate formations to intensify the assault on the enterprise and to murder the of Ukrainian military commanders. Currently, the Russian is hiding from the investigation. I'm pretty sure he's shaking in his boots. Therefore, he is wanted, according to the prosecutor's office in Donetsk Oblast. You see, the Ukrainians can do this. I mean, they can. You know, they should do this based on their law. But you know, things are a little bit different. The fingers can be pointed in many directions, including across the Atlantic. In March 2022, the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine reported that Mordvichev was killed in Ukraine, but Russia said that this was not the case. Now, which one is it? Now, you guys say that General Staff said that he was killed. If he was killed, then why do you charge him? Why do you try him? Anyway, according to the Russian service of the BBC, Mordvichev became known to the general public thanks to Ramzan Kadyrov, the Chechen leader. When Kadyrov's troops were ridiculed, called Tic-Tac troops, the head of Chechnya arrived near Mariupol and hugged General Mordvichev on camera. At the end of September 2022, the Security Service of Ukraine announced that it had identified the Russian general who ordered the capture of Mariupol and the storming of Azovstal. It turned out to be Mordvichev. He was informed, Mord from dead. He was informed that he was under suspicion under 3 articles of the Criminal Code of Ukraine. Okay, and he just... Anyway. In February 2023, Russian media reported that Mordvichev was appointed the new commander of the troops of Russia's Central Military District. So he's not dead. He's alive and kicking. So, good luck with that. I'm guaranteeing you that he will be charged and convicted in absentia. And as long as Russia stands where it is, they're not going to extradite it, correct? Do you have any doubt that Putin will extradite this guy? Yeah, okay, if he loses his mind, but if he loses his mind, he's going to be hanged by his balls by Medvedev and others. They are ready to pull a Brutus, you too, yeah, Caesar. But anyway, I'm waiting for, I mean, it's kind of early if you look at it. It's just, what, a year and 2 months, a month, I say 2, in a war. I didn't have time to figure out how many criminals they have to try and so on, and get to court in absentia. So it's gonna be they will have a lot of things to do after the war ends, which I don't think is gonna end in a way that those guys will be charged, convicted, and somehow incarcerated, or I don't know, shot. So as I said, for some that guy is a hero, for some that guy is a criminal. Will be a criminal. Right now is not yet. Will be a criminal. So, yeah. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.